Welcome to Teachers Making the Basics Fun. Today we are doing curriculum mapping. Nope, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun because number one, you're all here. Dawn, welcome. And all the rest of you, if you're catching it on the replay, tell me who you are, where you're from, and if you love curriculum mapping. Curriculum mapping is kind of the pits. But today you're going to get a 5-step process on how to get your curriculum mapping done quickly and in a way that you are actually going to use it during the year. All right. So if you don't know me, my name is Angie and I have been in education for about 25 years. Let's hear from you. Who are you? Where are you from? What grades do you teach? Are you a homeschool mom? Because this applies to you too. When you do your curriculum mapping, there's a bunch of advantages. In fact, the advantages outweigh the pain that you have to go through. And the pain's not so bad after we see how to do it. There are so many advantages because, for one, after your curriculum map is done, you have a plan. And anytime you have a plan as an educator, you can feel good about the progress you're making. If you don't have a plan and you just kind of feel your way through the year and through the materials, you don't really have an understanding of what is your end goal. And that's what curriculum mapping is all about. It's about the what are we teaching, and when are we going to teach it so that we're not caught totally unaware. And so today, that's what we're going to be tackling. And here we go. First of all, first step in curriculum mapping is to gather all your materials. And Amy and Andrea, welcome. I hope that you guys have a teacher binder. And if you don't have a teacher binder, guess what? Because you're here today, you can have the teacher binder starter kit for free in the description down below. So a teacher binder is a place where you keep all your teachery stuff. I've done bunches of videos on it, and if you haven't caught those videos, they're one of my most popular things because it is such a huge help for teachers. And so make sure that you grab that freebie, all right? And just so you know, as we get going on today's live stream, there are going to be some more freebies. So the first thing you need to do, step one, is you need to gather all your materials. And you are so welcome, Amy. I know Amy is one of the people that she always grabs the teacher binder, and she one year she asked me about the second freebie, and that's going to be coming up pretty quick. She actually emailed me and said, hey, where do I find that? And so hold on, because Amy will get to the in a second, okay? Because every year I make that for my teacher friends. So you need your teacher binder, and you need some things that you might have to go and find to get started. So the first thing you're going to need is you are going to need your school calendar. Go grab that, and sometimes you have to go ask the secretary, even if it's just preliminary at this point, grab that school calendar. The next thing you need to have are any other dates, and I know you can't see that. Let's make it kind of bigger here, and stop wiggling. Things like report card assessments. Things like district assessments, DIBELS, and MAPs are some that I've done. State testing. Any assessments that are like you are responsible for your students. This does not include yet the materials that like the unit tests and things like that that you're going to have to do. Now, the second thing that you're going to want to grab is any scope and sequences specifically for your reading and your math curriculum. I know, this is the boring part. Hold on, we're going to get to the fun part. And so you need to grab that. And then the next thing you need is another freebie that I was talking about. And this is the one that Amy always wants. And this is a hack. This is my hack for you. One of my hacks. This is a printable, editable calendar for you. Okay? It's awesome. I made it a 2-page for you so that the spaces are bigger. And if you want, there's also, when you put it on your computer, you can actually, instead of write, you can type. And you are so welcome, Amy. You are so welcome. I find that if I do this for my curriculum mapping, it is so much easier because I can print out the whole year, get it into my teacher binder, and then I can and plan it that way instead of a big, huge piece of paper or a calendar that then I have to go and transpose it back. I don't have time for an extra step. This works really great. So that's hack number 1. So, and step number 1. The other thing that you're going to need are some something to write with. And I like to do some color coding, and we'll get into that in a second. All right. So now that you have everything, the first thing you are going to do is you are going to get that school calendar, and you are going to go, and I like to do it in black. And so let's just go to my second hack, and that is to color code things. And today, to spice things up and make it a little more interesting, I found these. You've heard me talk about these before, and I got a new pack because I used up my old ones. These are erasable pens, and the affiliate link is in the description down below. Affiliate means that if you buy this, I get a little percentage, but you don't pay more. So the affiliate link is down there. And so today we are going to open these up. These are erasable clicker ones. All right. We're going to open these up and we're going to see how we like them. All right. So these are Faxion. I think I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I don't know. We're going to open these up, and I like to do some color coding. So the first color that I like to do is, I have my flares on standby just in case. The first one I like to do is just do the holidays in black. Okay, so goodness. Oh, okay, this is how you do it, guys. I was like, how do you do this? It has a little, like a connector, a little pocket thing, but that's how you open it and close it. I was thinking it was this, but that's the eraser. Okay, so here's my color coder thing right here. So I'm going to put in the holidays in black, and let's just, for kicks and giggles, see if this erases. You guys, it erases. So I am going to go through my entire year and put in holidays, and I'm going to put my holidays in black. Now I do school holidays, and I do just, you know, all the holidays. Along with this, I also do like the assessments and things like that. We could put that in a different color, but for some reason I always put the assessments in black as well, and then I highlight them. I don't know why I do that. You develop your own color code. All right. So we have holidays in black. I always put, let's see how the red goes. I always put reading in red. I don't know why. Reading red. All right. Can y'all see that? Pretty good. All right. I know. You got to use color. Using color is a brain research hack too. So that the reason I use the color coding is that so when I'm doing my lesson planning as the year goes on, when it's November 14th for the week of November 14th, and I'm like, okay, reading. So I go to my curriculum map, I look for the red, and then I can hurry up and do my lesson plans super quick. So I do reading, and then math I always do blue for some reason. You do what you think. And I just like to keep this handy until I kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to do. And those are actually my two things that I like to start with first. Then later, for some reason, I do science in a green. That's hard for you to see, I know. Usually I do like social studies in a purpley color. And then things like health and anything else. Dawn, of course I'm going to put health in there, right? And that's actually in a dark blue color right there. Okay, so now I have my second hack. The first hack is to get yourself a big old calendar with lots of space to write. And then my second hack is to color code. Okay, so then with my, let's just grab this out of here. Oh, the other thing you need to do, and I forgot to tell you that, is grab your assessments, because one of the advantages to curriculum mapping is that you're beginning the Stephen Covey, if you've ever heard of Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, begin with the end in mind. And a lot of teachers are like, oh, you're teaching to the test. That's all you're doing. And I don't really see it that way. When I grab my assessments for curriculum mapping, I'm beginning with the end in mind. And I like to see what is important or what they will be assessed on before I do my teaching. And that's what a scope and sequence is about, is everything like this is from Harcourt, Houghton Mifflin Journeys. That's the program that I used to teach. And I mean, they have everything lined out for me. But we all know that as teachers, not everything is important and not everything is going to be assessed. And so I like to know what's going to be assessed and mark it on here. All right. So I have my holidays all planned out. And here's a little tip. If you have a holiday, like for instance, the beginning of school week, are you going to do anything? Are you going to really plan any huge, big learning units then? No, you're not going to. Before the winter break, before this break, before that break, assessment weeks. Are you going to plan big reading lessons during those weeks? No. And so I like to go through and I like to circle the times, you can't really see right there, that I'm not going to do that, okay? And then I like to number my weeks, okay? So week 1, week 2, week 3, and so forth. Because then when I come over here to my calendar and I've numbered the weeks, I can easily look at my school calendar. Okay, so with my scope and sequence in red, I like to do reading first because especially in kindergarten and first grade, what is the most important things you're going to do? Reading and math. So do those first. So I have like lesson 1, and I have a little code. Lesson 1, this is like the pages that we're going to do, pages 23 through 46. Spelling, we're going to do short O words. And here's the sight words that we're going to work on this week. All right. So I put the super important things that I really, really, really want to be remembering over here, specifically sight words and the skill over here. And then what I can do with my teacher manual is then go through and write out. And with basal readers, it's a lot easier because, or basals, because you're just like lesson 1 dash 1, lesson 2 1 dash 2, lesson 1 dash 3, lesson 1 dash 4, la la la. But there, I like to write exactly what my 1 or 2 big objective is, and that's why I need this assessment. All right. Now, also do this. An advantage of doing your curriculum mapping is doing it with your team, your kindergarten team, your first grade team, everybody getting together. It's going to take a little teeny bit longer, but the support and the conversations that you have while doing it are super important, especially if you have some teachers who are first year teachers. They're walking in cold. They've never done this curriculum before. They've never lived a year in kindergarten or first grade. And you, if you've been in there before, you're going to be able to give them what they can, what they have to look out for. Don, what are you saying to me here? Let's move me for a second. I wish I could get my inspirational husband to map out a year like this, and this is for people who are like teachers who do teachers pay teacher products, or teachers who have like side hustles for business. This is an excellent thing for you to do as well. And what I would do is I would use a different color, put my side hustle in a different color, but put it on your curriculum map so that you know what's coming up and you're like, ooh, I should really make a product for when we do this, because this is tricky for my students. And if it's tricky for your students, it's tricky for most students, okay? But if you're a content creator or any sort of creator, doing your own curriculum map or content map, it's a game changer because you're beginning with the end in mind. Also, one of the reasons you want to do this is to reduce holes, because as you do this, you're going to see, oh, we only spent 1 week doing short O words. No, that is quite not enough. And so we need to take that and extend it down into there. What does that mean? It means I need to go out and find extra supplementary materials for short O, because I know what they've given me is not enough. All right. And so it helps you with the holes. Another thing it helps you with, and I'm going to change my camera here because this is important. If you have this curriculum map done and you've done the math, you've done the reading, you've gotten it all done, you've written it all out, all the things that are important fit in your calendar, and that's a big one, being able to fit. And that's one of the reasons you'll probably want to have something that's erasable. Getting it all in there, then you're going to put in your science and your social studies and things like that. And that's where you can get into your cross-curricular thematic units. And here's a thing that you can do, is that if you do a jungle unit in first grade, and then third grade says, well, wait a minute, we do a jungle unit. Sometimes the teachers will have conflict and say, well, if we do jungle, then you can't do jungle. If we do this, you can't do that. And the fact of the matter is why not collaborate? And why not get some of those third graders into your first grade room and they share what they're learning and the first graders share what they're learning? It's like magic, okay? So that's one of the things that if as groups of people you can get together afterwards and kind of talk through your curriculum map and what you're doing, that's really important. So that brings me to doing the next step. So we've done, first step is gather your materials. Second step is to map out your reading and your math. Third step is to put in your themes and your cross-curricular things. So instead of doing like a popcorn unit, just randomly, think to yourself, okay, I would like to do a jungle unit in March. And let's see, in March, we are working on these skills in reading and math. What sorts of materials can I find that's jungle related, but also works on those skills? That way you're getting double bang for your buck, right? Because the reading and the math in kindergarten and first grade is your main objective, but you want to have fun too, right? You want to go and learn about the jungle and learn about space and learn about all those things. That's what kids love. Do some art, do some health, do some things like that. But when you integrate it in, and that's why a curriculum map is so important, because you're working on the skills you need. You know, back when I started teaching a long time ago, we would do units and just units. So we would do like a me unit at the beginning of the year. And we would just do the me unit without really any thought of the skills that we needed to build on to get to the next unit, which was food. All right. But when you curriculum map, you are doing it actually just the opposite. You are looking at the skills that they need, and then you are finding the materials that integrate with it. Before it was kind of lopsided, and I am just being honest, a lot of holes were made in some kids' education because there was no real sequence to skills and a systematic way of teaching that. All right. So that is where the fun becomes so fun. So that is step number, what step is that? That's number 5. So number 1 is gather your materials. Number 2 is color code. I'll get these straight. 1, gather materials. 2, color code. 3, do your reading, and then 4 is your math and your science and your social studies. And then 5 are your themes and things like that. Don't forget to put in your assessments. All right. So you know that we're going to have a chapter 1 assessment right here, unit assessment. All right. I'll put that because that's kind of how I feel about assessments sometimes. How about you? Short O, and I would put some things right there. All right. As well as like for math. And that's where I put Saturday and Sunday here too, and a nice big column for notes over here so that you could make sure that you put everything that you got. All right. Now, the last hack I have for you, and then I'm going to let you go, is I was wondering if you noticed this. When I copy my calendar on paper, I copy it like this and I put it in like this. And that's because what I do now is I go through my year or my month, and this is hard to see, but it says me unit, TPT. Oh, it's on a red sticky note. Where do you think what that's going to be about? We're going to do that mostly for our reading, right? Blue, math stations. Math stations were a really big thing in my room. Math stations were like a big thing. They were fun. They were so effective, and they gave me time to work with kids when I needed to. And truth be told, sometimes during math stations, I also worked on reading skills. Just saying. And so I would write down, what are some of the things for math stations during the month that I need? Oh, I need my early finisher solution stuff. I need Wee Number Sense, Just Beachy, and Snack Attack. I can put it right in there and have it to jog my memory. This is awesome too, so that when the next year comes, you're like, what did I do in September for math stations? Oh, I did my early finisher solution. We did the low prep games. And next week, speaking of these, next week we're going to go through and play some of these games so that you can see how fun they are and how they can work in your classroom, and use them for math stations. All right. And then, like, here's my yellow for science and social studies, 5 senses. That will go with some reading that we're doing with the Me unit, which is also part of the scope and sequence, because in this one, they talk a lot about getting to know the kids, doing a Me unit in here. And so it all integrates together. All right. Amy's excited about next year already. And I know that here in Montana, school is not even ended yet. Just a little side note, where I'm at right now, there's approximately 18 inches of snow. May 23rd, 2021, there's approximately 18 inches of snow outside my door right now. We had one of those winter storms that are yucky. Okay, so did you get your teacher binder starter kit? Check. Did you get your calendar? Check. Get those, make yourself your binder, and get going. How many of you loved the erasable pens? I like these because I can click them and be done. That's nice. What I have a hard time with these other ones sometimes is I am not good about putting lids on things. In fact, I go through flares like crazy because I always forget to put the lids on, and then I go to use them and they're dried up. Speaking of the flares, you guys, I wanted to show you this really quick. These, and I will put it into the description down below. I didn't know about these until just a while ago. These are smelly flares. These are smelly flares. So they have also, this one's called the Sunday Brunch Collection. And this week I've been using a blueberry one and something else. But they smell so good. Smelly flares. You cannot go wrong with anything smelly as far as I am concerned. Okay. All right. So next week we will not be doing a live stream. And I know you didn't even know it was such a thing. I am a huge mistake maker, but yet I love the idea of color coding and things like that. But I'm the world's worst speller and everything that goes along with that. So the erasable pen thing is just a game changer. Nope. A game changer for me. All right, done. Yes, got to get some of those colorful pens that erase. They're awesome. I think you're going to love them. Anyway, and smelly flares. Amy, what about if you're doing like a little welcome backpack for your teachers? Put a smelly flare. There's like, there's 16 of them in here. They're a little pricey. They are a little pricey. But there's 16 in here. How about a little welcome pack with a water bottle and a smelly flare and some throat lozenge for next year. Just put it in a nice little plastic gift party bag and tie it up. The teachers would love it. They would love it. All right. That would be so fun. Yes, you are. Thank you, Amy, for telling me. You're so kind. I know. So fun. Okay. They would love you forever. I would love you forever. If anybody wants to buy me some more, you sure can. All right. Any questions about curriculum mapping? Put them in the comments down below. I will answer them. Get this done before school starts, of course, and actually, I wouldn't do this too soon before school starts. I would do it like in August because, for one, you need a break. You need a big break. And if you are doing your curriculum mapping, postpone it for as long as you can, because I guarantee once you start doing your curriculum mapping, it's going to be in your head. You're going to be like looking on Pinterest. You're going to be like, ooh, I need that for for October, because I know that there's kind of a hole there when we're doing digraphs, CH digraphs. I know that they don't hardly hit on them, and they assess it like in 4 questions on the test, and they gave us one thing to do during the week, and so I need to find stuff. So if you do it too soon, you're going to be on Pinterest all summer going, where are some CH things? Where are some CH things? So wait, and then it's a great thing to do with the rest of your group, all right? And it's great because you can plan your fun during your year. So many times a curriculum map is just dry and icky. Plan the fun. Plan the fun. All right. Okay, you guys, have a great day. Enjoy. And I will not be here next week. Sorry, I forgot. I got sidetracked. It's Memorial Day at the time of this recording that's coming up. So I will be out doing Memorial Day things with my family and celebrating some people that I love dearly. So I will not be here, but I will be the next week after that. And we're going to look at some fun games that are easy to use in your classroom. Print, done, fun is what I like to say. All right. I will talk to you all later. Let's have a dance party on our way out. Here you go. I will see you all in 2 weeks. Bye-bye. You all rock. God bless.